Do here is go back.
Hey, what up, though, everybody? Nathan Chase up in the house. They don't get Nathan the podcast. We are actually streaming live on Detroit Rap Radio. I got my man Joe Black is up in the house. What up, though, Joe Black?
What up, though, Nate?
It's good to finally meet you, run into you.
Man, I know.
Met you at the John Cloud Joe Black release party.
Yeah, the
leak.
The little
leak
Black
party,
Cloud leak we
leak party.
did.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. Heard some dope music up in there. But we're not
man.
talking about that now because
There's
somehow
time for that later.
he has forced me to wear this goddamn ugly sweater.
Man, I didn't put a gun to
yeah,
your head.
you don't have one on. That would seem to be the problem.
Well, see, the
fam.
thing of it is, I'm saving mine.
I'm
saving
for the
it.
party.
Yeah, for the party. But we're going to talk about that later, too.
But not the interview.
Not the interview.
I don't feel important.
Well, no, it's not
But
that
thank
you're
you
not
for being
important.
here.
Brother, it's not that you're not important. Understand, people. It's not that you're not important, bro. The sweater is a special kind of thing. Like, I'm trying to build up for the sweater because, like, the party's going to have an ugly sweater contest.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to wear your joint to the party, though.
Yeah.
Everybody going to have
I've never
a head
taken
up
it
on
off.
you.
I've never taken it off. Not until Friday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna
I'll be special.
That's gonna be
special.
different.
You gonna know when the Grinch is up in there.
We gonna definitely know when the Grinch in the building.
That's a Grinchy spell.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's a Grinchy spell.
Yeah. The only time when it's probably not good to be funky. You did.
So, all right, Joe Black. We kind of just beating each other. Where you from? How you get into hip hop, man?
I'm from the D originally. Of course, I got a similar story to a lot of people from the D. My fam came up here from New Orleans.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What, after the flood?
Well, no,
or before then? Before just
then.
offhand.
Long before then.
Okay.
Early 70s.
Okay.
Early 70s.
Okay.
I'm a 70s baby. You know what I'm saying? 1975. I was actually born here. You
Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah.
But no, hip hop has been a part of my life ever since I can remember. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when I first started getting into doing music, that was what I wanted to do. Like, I mean, it took a while before I decided, like, rapping was what I wanted to do. Because I've always been into music. You know what I'm saying? Moms used to sing to me when I was young. I learned how to sing, impersonate and sing other singers. You know what I'm saying? So, that was really how I learned how to sing, was listening to other people sing, like Donny Hathaway, you know what I'm saying, Jackson 5. I grew up listening to all the Motown stuff, like everything.
Clean up the house and shit.
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
Curtis Mayfield. I actually get comparisons to Curtis Mayfield now, which is humbling.
I see you get down, Anthony Hamilton. I see you do little Anthony Hamilton thing.
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything.
Trying to woo the crowd.
But yeah, so production ended up coming to me because when I first really started getting into doing music, I couldn't afford to go to the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't have a producer that was behind me and my little crew. You know what I'm saying?
So who was your little crew? You had a little rap clip?
Yeah, back in the day, man, I started out, man, my first rap name was Prince J. Prince J. Yep.
Prince J. If
Prince
you
J.
spin that
10th
around,
grade in
J.
high school.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to look. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
13.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
And my partner's name was Double
Prince
F
J.
S-E-P.
Prince J and
Double F S-E-P. Yeah.
What's that?
The Double F S-E-P.
Double F
Double F S-E-P. Yep.
S-E-P.
Yep, that was his name.
What does that stand for? That stand for something else?
Funky Fresh, and then his initials.
Okay, that's what's up. So it's just the two of y'all?
Yeah, it was just the two of us for a while. Then it turned into four of us when we became the Knights of the Round Table. At that point, I became Professor J. Smooth.
All right, come on, it's a rap thing. Everybody,
Yeah.
everything has growth. Everything has growth, Prince J.
And
Everything
then-
has growth, Prince J.
And then when I started really getting into producing, because back then I was just doing loop tapes. You know what I'm saying? You find a song that had a break in it, and you take the dual cassette deck and you just loop it. You know what I'm saying? You take different parts of it, you just loop it. Every
Yeah.
time you find a break, you'll find a part. If it was 2 bars or more, it was ours. We was jacking everything.
That was the rule.
That was the rule, man.
Now, what year was this?
This was probably 90, 91,
Oh, for real?
maybe. Yeah, because I
shit.
started writing rhymes when I was
How
like
old were you
9,
then?
bro. I started
old were
writing
you?
rhymes when I was
How
9,
old
and
were you in
91
91?
I was probably about, I might have been 14.
No
Like
shit.
14, 15.
I was in the Marines.
No,
And
91 I was
up here-
16.
You up here making beats and shit.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I started off making loop tapes. Then I graduated to a Casio keyboard that had a 16-track sequencer in it.
Whatever that means, but keep going.
Well, yeah, like
I look. I'm one of the people
Well, once you
that
get to something-
always seen that shit on the keyboard and didn't know what the fuck it mean except that little loop button and them automatic
but
beats they gave
though.
you.
That's the thing, though. Like with a 16-track sequencer, you could take one track, put your kick on the one track, and then put your snare on the next track, and you can actually build a whole track just by letting it loop 8 bars at a time or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that unlocked everything for me at that point. Then I got into the sampling. Then I actually converted to computer, started fucking with Fruity Loops, Reason.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm on Machine, and I really haven't looked back since I started working with Machine.
What is Machine?
Machine is an integrated software, hardware, but it feels like an MP. It feels like an
it's
MP.
something you put on your desktop.
Yeah, it's a computer. It's actually all the sounds and everything are in the computer, but you're using a pad that looks like it's basically set up like an MP for the most part
Yeah.
to control the sounds. But they also have a standalone version too that you don't even need the computer to work with. I ain't got to that one
That's
yet.
like that, right?
Yeah, that's just like that. Just
Oh,
like
okay,
the
okay,
like
cool,
the MP.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. But
What's it called? Oh, I think
called
I seen
Machine.
that name, Machine.
Yeah.
So
Native
they
Instruments.
like a different version of Akai.
yeah, Akai is the hardware. They do hardware. They went from making hardware to like software, hardware based. Native Instruments has always been more in the computer realm, and then they went into making hardware with the Machine Plus.
Okay.
But,
So
yeah, but
that's
I use Native Instruments products a lot in my production.
all right. So when did you put out your first project?
The first thing that
When did you become Joe Black? Did that like coincide with each other, Joe Black, and
Kinda, sorta.
now I'm gonna start releasing projects, or did you release something before? When
Well-
you were still Prince J.
Well, no,
Prince J.
I made the change
If I gotta
over
wear
to Joe
ugly
Black.
sweater, then you motherfucking Prince J.
Okay. Well, see, I made the change to Joe Black because, first of all, it kind of had to do with the movie Meet Joe Black. Because every time I introduced myself, you know what I'm saying, I would always get that joke.
Mm-hmm.
And it just started sounding more like a stage name to me. So it just got to be cool to be Joe Black. So
Yeah.
I switched my name to Joe Black, started performing under that name. And then when I really started doing producing, I figured, yeah, you know, I just be Joe Black. So, but I've that's probably been about the past 10, 12 years.
Oh wow. You've been Joe Black for a minute.
Yeah. Now, I did release some things underground with a group called Homegrown. Not to be confused with the Homegrown that John Cloud is a part of. What up, though, John Cloud?
What up, though, John Cloud? Mr. Rap a Lot.
And, you know, we did probably 2 projects worth of material that we really didn't push too hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Creative differences, different things like that. I've worked with a lot of different artists. Just about anybody you could think of on the Detroit scene, I've pretty much worked with in some capacity or another. I used to actually host Detroit Rap TV back in the day,
For sure.
in the early 2000s, and that was really when I released my first project around 2009 called Plain Brown Rapper.
Okay. Now was that a beat tape or was you rapping?
No, that was me rapping, singing. I did a lot of the production on it, and then I had a lot of music that I had done with other artists.
Early, huh?
Yeah. I kind of was trying to ride that Lauryn Hill lane, but from the male perspective. I was like Drake and Anderson .Paak and all of them cats, like
Yeah.
back in the early 2000s. That was really the lane I was trying to go to, because there really wasn't a dude that was doing it like that back in those days. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never really been a street dude. I've always been kind of close to the streets. I'm in it, but I'm not of it, I guess you could say. Because I know a lot of street dudes.
Here we all.
Yeah, I done hung around a lot of street dudes, but I never really got into the street life. You know what I'm saying? They always tried to keep me away from that because I was always more of a bookworm. You know what I'm saying? I was the kid that they pushed, nah, you gonna be this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I make music from that perspective. It's just real music. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I love music. So I just make real music, man.
So now you done dropped this ugly sweater. And,
Oh, man.
If anybody want to go to Facebook and see Detroit Rap, look up Detroit Rap Radio. We streaming live with this ugly sweater I got on, and he just happened to have on a cool hoodie. What does that hoodie say?
Oh no, this the little Echo. You know what I'm saying?
Echo verse Unlimited.
We're unlimited.
We're unlimited.
Like actual factual. That's.
And I got an ugly Grinch sweater on.
Oh no, my ugly sweater on Friday gonna be the dope though.
At least I got a Lions hat on and they won.
Oh,
so,
no doubt. Shout out to the Lions, man.
So check us out. We streaming live on Detroit Rap Radio on Facebook. Detroit Rap Radio. Make sure you download the app, Android,
sure.
iPhone. And we streaming, just those two places, Facebook and Detroit Rap Radio. The app and the website. That's what's up. So we're going to get into some music. What's up with this snowshoes track?
Oh, man. Okay.
I was really feeling this off the CD, Ugly Sweater.
I'm going to preface this by saying.
Now, when is the release of this?
It actually is releasing December 25th. So
Christmas
midnight.
Day, huh?
Midnight
Christmas
on
Day.
Christmas. Y'all
It's
will
a
be able
present.
to.
It's a real present.
Yes,
huh?
a real Christmas present. On Christmas at midnight.
I'm early with this shit, huh?
Yeah, y'all will be able to. But no, you right on time, though, because this the build up. You know they start Christmas in
I don't
July.
feel sexy, though.
Bruh, the Grinch sexy. Like, women love the Grinch, man. Women love the Grinch. Like, dog, on some real I saw a Grinch ugly sweater shirt that had him, like, giving the 2 middle fingers, and it said, fuck them kids. I would have got it, but I'm a teacher, so that couldn't, I really couldn't do that.
Shit
You
up.
know what I'm saying? That'll mess up my whole career, but I could feel it. I ain't gonna lie, I could feel it.
So let's get to this snowshoes track.
Yeah, man, like the ugly sweater joint.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta tell everybody.
Yeah.
All these tracks are actual Christmas songs.
Yeah, either
that
they
you
came
remixed.
from either came from Christmas songs, or they were sourced from music from Christmas specials that most of us in my age group,
Like the Charlie Brown
like the
special
Charlie
song?
Brown Christmas special, like the Grinch.
I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Okay.
Like,
We
yeah,
was
man,
drinking.
I really
we
went.
was drinking when you previewed this. So
Yeah, I really
okay.
went
Okay, now
into the Christmas spirit for this, bro. Like, for real.
Now,
But it don't
snowshoes.
sound like Christmas.
Snowshoes. Now, where did this track come from?
The stuff in Snowshoes, a lot of it I played, but there are very few elements of Christmas time is here and there from the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
Chris. Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie.
It's very, very, very few elements, but it's in there.
Let's check out Snowshoes.
This one got a little bit of a jazzy bounce to it. I like this one too.
Joe Black up in the house. They don't get Nathan the podcast streaming live on Detroit Rap Radio.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hold on, there's Snowshoes. That should be Snowshoes. I don't hear it. Let me turn the volume up. Hold on. Bam. No. There we go. That's Snowshoes, right?
Charlie Brown, don't you think it's great? It's all wrong. Look, Charlie, let's face it. We all know that Christmas is a big commercial racket. It's run by a big Eastern syndicate, you know. Well, this is one play that's not going to be commercial. Look, Charlie Brown, what do you want? The proper mood. We need a Christmas tree. Hey, perhaps a tree. A great, big, shiny aluminum Christmas tree. That's it, Charlie Brown. You get the tree. I'll handle this crowd. Okay. Yeah, do something right for a change, Charlie Brown.
I think we all pretty much know how that ended up going.
Yeah,
with, Charlie Brown getting at the goddamn tree. That dinky tree didn't work out well. But
At
man,
all.
that's a dope ass track. So you said you only used like a small sample.
Just a little small little one.
sample.
It's just one of the sounds, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit, just to make it sound a little bit different.
Yeah.
Make it fit more into the scheme of the track. You know, that's it.
All right, let's get into some more shit. Do you hear?
Oh man, that was
So
a
now
fun
I
one.
would think this. Do you hear what?
Yeah, the
I
Bing
hear?
Crosby version. Yep.
So that's what this is.
Yes, this
And
is the Bing Crosby version of "Do You Hear What I Hear," and I like kind of souled it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I gave it a little bit more of a soul feel.
All right, let's get into.
You're gonna hear the soul claps in it. As a matter
Joe
of fact,
Black, ugly sweater.
one of
Do
the
you
more
hear what I
Christmassy
hear?
sounding joints.
More Christmas piece out.
Yeah, this is the more Christmassy sounding joint.
All right. Let's see what's popping. Do you hear what I hear? They Don't Get Nathan the podcast streaming live on Detroit Rap Radio. Make sure you download the app.
Yes.
Android, iPhone.
You are now in the house of
Ooh, that's nasty.
What up, though? Nate Chasing the House, Detroit Rap Radio. They Don't Get Nathan the podcast. We got my man Joe Black up in here.
I'm here. It's me.
That's Do You Hear?
Yeah, that's Do You Hear, man.
Off
Like I
that
said,
new
that was a
shit.
fun one.
The ugly sweater, the ugly sweater CD.
Yeah, man.
You say that was a fun one.
That was a fun one to do. I had fun doing that one. I had fun doing that.
Now, how long did it take you to put this together?
Well, if you count like digging for the samples and then actually making the beats, I'd say probably about 2-3 months it took me to put it together. I had a couple of starts and stops with it because I had first conceptualized it a couple years ago.
So wow, for real,
Yeah,
it's in
man,
your
I was
mind
thinking
for a
about-
minute.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, it would be dope to do a Christmas album that's not really a Christmas album. But,
Yeah,
You know, and in truth, even though I sing and I rhyme, I'm not really necessarily trying to be an artist per se. I'm actually a lot more focused on my production. But because of the fact that, you know, I have things I want to say from time to time. So, you know, I'll do a project here and there, or I'll feature with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what I did with Troy on the Monumental album.
yeah.
You know, I'll do features here and there, but really my focus is the production, hence the beat tapes. You know what I'm saying? I like putting the beat tapes out because it lets people know what I can do behind the boards a little bit. But
So if you blew up, you would rather blow up as a beat maker than a rapper,
well, a producer,
or
more so.
or an R&B artist,
Well, I mean,
Anthony Hamilton.
I'm gonna take it however it comes. I'm not picky.
Y'all gotta see the video. Y'all gotta go to YouTube and see the John Cloud, Joe Black Cloud release, and watch this guy just go off on some Anthony Hamilton shit.
Man, that was another fun project.
Yeah,
That project was fun too.
you gotta watch that. That's coming soon.
Words,
But,
yeah.
So you would rather just blow up as a beat maker?
Beat maker, producer. Yeah, I like being behind the scenes because it allows me to add to the creativity of other artists. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy being the canvas that other people paint on sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to be in front of the mic, but I enjoy being in the background and actually letting other people shine and enhancing their creativity.
But you like, all right. I seen you rap. I just say I seen you rap and you freestyle. We can get it. We might get into that later.
Well, yeah, you know, I consider myself a little bit of a Renaissance man. I like to be able to do a little bit of everything.
All right, there, Chris Brown.
I don't really dance though. So that's one you ain't gonna see.
You missing the two-step.
Yeah, all I do is this. I don't really dance no more.
All right, let's get into this. The Christmas party.
Oh man,
Christmas party and Titty Tat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Both of those were fun too.
Now, where did the Christmas party? What Christmas song did that come from?
That was, I think it was like this song called "A Soulful Christmas." It's like one of these really obscure Christmas songs from like the late '60s, early '70s. But it was just like a really funky kind of soul joint. And what I was thinking was kind of envisioning a Christmas party from the perspective of somebody coming in from the outside. Like as you walking up to it, like in the intro, you kind of hear what's going on the inside, muted a little bit. And every once in a while, when somebody opens the door, you get a little peek of the sounds coming from inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one of those type of scenes.
Yeah. But you know, it's just a little fun joint.
All right. They don't get Nathan the podcast. We're streaming live on Detroit Rap Radio. Make sure you download the app, Android, iPhone. If you want to see my ugly face and Joe over here with the cool hoodie, we streaming live, and you can see my ugly face on Detroit Rap Radio on Facebook. You can check us out. To all the people that's checking us out around the country.
Yeah.
Let's get into the Christmas party off that ugly sweater CD that's coming out on Christmas Day.
Yes, let's do.
And the party is
Friday, December 16th, Trixie's Bar and Grill, or Trixie's Bar, 2656 Carpenter Street.
If you just happen to be in Michigan.
You know what I'm saying? Doors open at 8.
A lot of people around the world got money and they can just fly.
Pull up.
Pull up. If you in Dubai, just pull up. Brazil, just pull up. England, just Just pull up. Just
Pull up.
Pull up. Look, we gonna know it's you by your accent.
And I'm hosting, so you know what I'm saying. If you in the building, I'm about to see you.
I'd
I'm
like
be like,
another beer, mate. Oh shit!
Prince
They
William
heard-
in the
they heard-
building.
They heard about the show. Let's get to
I'm
the
gonna
Christmas
I'm
party.
gonna do the DJ Clue voice on the mic too. I'm gonna be announcing y'all like this the '80s, and you a drug dealer coming in the club for real.
What you got? What
Oh
you
no,
got?
I'm talking. I'm hosting. I'm
Go
hosting the
ahead.
party.
Give me an example. Give me-
Oh. Like you know, hold on.
I done
Like,
put
if
your
I,
ass
for,
on the
for
spot.
Chase, we're gonna be like, oh man, we got Chase in the building. Building. He got on the ugly sweater. The Grinch in the house. I see you.
Clue.
You know that's how we do it.
clue.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember? On some old paid in full.
Bronx.
shit.
Where you at? Where
Right.
you at? Where you at?
The West
Joe
Side in the
Black,
building.
Joe Black. Ugly. Sweater. Party. I ain't got no goddamn gunshots.
I'm saying.
That's what we missing the gunshot. You gotta be a louder gun than that.
Right.
Bo.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Bo, Joe. Go Bo.
Now, I feel like the dude in Harlem Nights right now. You see how this man played me?
Let's get in the Christmas party,
Let's
people.
go.
Hold on. Hold on. The Christmas party. They don't get Nate to the podcast. Joe Black up in this bitch. Let me turn this music up.
What the fuck?
Check. I wanted that to play again.
You are now under
No, I want that to play again. I want that to play again. I wanted that to play again. What up, though? Where'd it go? Where'd the song go? There we go. All right.
We there?
Come on, yeah, there we go. We in here.
Okay.
Got my man Joe Black up in here.
What up, though?
We just finished playing that track. What is that called?
That one.
Hari
Jari.
Hari Jari.
Yeah. It's a very politically inappropriate
How you figure
pronunciation.
How you figure that it's inappropriate?
Cause well, it's always been a very like cruel stereotype that like when you hear a Chinese person speak English, the L's kind of come out like R's. The L's kind of come out like R's a little bit. So yeah.
So
Hari is Holly, and Jari is Jolly.
Oh, so that's like.
Yeah, it's very, very, very politically incorrect. And I apologize in advance, but, you know, if you understand where it came from, because it's a reference to a Christmas story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a reference to a Christmas story.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we don't have time for a history lesson. we can do another podcast of that. But,
Right. This is.
I like
you
the
don't
song.
know Nathan,
but you were saying that it came from the Charlie Brown.
Yeah. The sample itself came from Charlie Brown, but it was inspired by the skit that came before it, which was actually from A Christmas Story. The scene where they're in the Chinese food restaurant on Christmas Day because they burnt the turkey.
Okay.
And they're trying to sing Christmas carols.
Yeah.
But yeah, they really mess it up bad.
I want this, and I need this on a video.
Yeah.
With the Charlie Brown Christmas dance. I need to see that.
I'm gonna do that. And then the one before that was what was the one before
titty tat.
Yeah, the titty tat.
Yeah.
That was a nice soulful little fun joint with a little bounce to it. There's actually a song in existence to.
So you said
beat.
You was telling me in the break. You said it's some James Brown shit.
Yeah. That came from a James Brown Christmas song.
A James Brown Christmas song called
Tit for Tat.
Tit for Tat.
Yeah, it's called Tit for Tat.
So you just switch it up, call it Titty Tat.
Yeah, like a tattoo on the titty.
And you,
Titty
what?
tat.
What you say?
Titty tat, like a tattoo on the titty.
You didn't tell me that. You just telling me that now.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, that didn't come up.
I gotta
in
go
the
to
break.
church. I go to church on Wednesdays.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you can repent tomorrow night.
So this is called Titty Tat.
Titty tat.
Oh hell no!
I like a titty tat every once in a while on a woman. That could be
Ain't
very
nothing wrong.
sexy, depending on the tat.
Oh, Titty Tat.
If it's another dude name, we might have to have a conversation about it. But
Yeah, that's different with us. Yeah. Line that out.
like, do you belong to that man still? That's usually what.
Who's your daddy? Who is
Is it that guy?
your daddy?
But
Yeah, so this is off some James Brown shit.
Yeah, like it's a variety of Christmas material that I chose from to make this show. And we only really giving you a little taste of it. We only really giving you a little taste of it tonight.
Oh no, we're not playing all of it.
Yeah, if you want the whole joint,
Hey, what?
yeah, if you want the whole joint, you got to
food
come out on
stamps.
Friday.
No goddamn food stamps over here.
Yeah, because we didn't even tell them
Damn
about the
food
listening party yet, did
stamps.
we? Did
Listening
we talk
party.
about the listening party yet?
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday? We
Yeah,
going to
Friday. Yeah, it's on Friday. The listening party for Ugly Sweaters, the official Ugly Sweater listening party. Like, an ugly sweater is not required to get in, but it is encouraged.
You bet. Look. I got a goddamn ugly sweater. You better get a goddamn. I'm working motherfucking security at the door.
Like, for real, I
You
would
bet-
have
you-
wore mine. I would have wore mine tonight, but I'm saving it for Friday because mine is dope.
You better show up with an ugly sweater.
I got a dope ugly sweater. So if your ugly sweater is doper than mine, you have potential.
And you better have a goddamn pre-order on your phone. The pre-order of the CD on your phone.
That's what's up.
iTunes, Amazon, Apple, Deezer. It better be on your phone. If not, then we could get more red blood on this one.
Oh.
I'm just tripping out this.
This threats. Where everybody live.
We ain't fucking around.
Right. I keep trash bags with me. You never know when you got to dump a nigga off. I'm serious. Y'all got to come. Look, but listen. If you come through the Trixies, right? Come through the Trixies, 2656 Carpenter Street in Hamtramck. Pay the dough. You know what I'm saying? You come in, it's $10 before $10 before 10 p.m.
$10.
$15 after 10 p.m.
We know you got it. We know you got
Now
it.
y'all spend more than that on weed.
McDonald's paying $15.
Come
Let's
on,
keep it real.
it costs more than that to eat at McDonald's
real.
nowadays. But dig it.
It do.
But
they
nah.
hit me for the 10 spot the other day.
But listen though, if you come through, you gonna get a copy of the joint for free.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Everybody who come through, I'm giving them a download. If you come through, pay the admission at the door. I'm giving them a download of the beat tape for free.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Fall
Just
through.
for coming through.
Trixies.
Come through, listen to it with me. You can own
Damn
it
trim.
that night. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Fall
a
through.
whole 9 days before the rest of the world gets to hear it.
Fuck with Joe Black.
So come through. You know what I'm saying? You only getting a part of it tonight. We're going to give you the whole joint on Friday. We're going to have food there. It's going to be a 3-producer showcase.
How many joints is on here?
13.
Let me see. We only played 7.
Yeah, we only played 7
We
of
only played
them.
7.
Yeah, it's 14 on the track listing, but that's because of the intro. But the intro is
There
not
you go.
a song.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? It's my boy.
Joe
It's
Black.
my boy kicking it off.
Joe Black
like
is up in this bitch.
something every child, every black child in the ghetto can relate to the intro of this joint. We're not even gonna play it tonight. Y'all will hear it on Friday. But I'm telling you,
No, you know what? We didn't even play the intro.
No, we're not gonna play the intro tonight.
We sure didn't.
We don't have to.
We sure didn't.
Because they gonna hear it Friday. It'll be more incentive for people to come through and get it on